Welcome to the Bearded Barbarian! Welcome everybody. Today we're going to do a little video, and it's broken up in a couple different parts about my experience at the Animal Kingdom in Disney World. I went last week, went on Sunday of not this Sunday, but the previous Sunday, and one of my experiences specifically was having an avatar made of myself. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut here, and you're going to see the video about the experience and about the reveal, and then we're going to come back and do a little bit of a toy review.
First stamp, head on, baseline stamp. Except different features like eyebrows and mouth. Just maps amount of the system for our second scan. Speaking of which, our second scan is going to be called a biometric scan. The big word makes it sound complicated. It just goes right around your head. Sound good? Let's do it. The first one, for me. Right down to the center. I'll take about 6 seconds. Left screen over there, you see an exact copy of you, right? Like looking in a mirror. Perfect. Yeah, don't worry, it's not supposed to be. That's what the computer can pick up with your features and slapped onto a mannequin. I know, terrifying. Don't worry, just so we can see it. Have a little fun. Right over here, the computer is going to be using those scans we just took to start generating you an avatar. There we go. All that's done loading in, you'll have a couple choices over there. There'll be different eye colors. I'll try to speak up a little bit. There'll be different eye colors, hairstyles, and the striping on the face. Okay, which will show up now, and it'll take a little while to look at it. We'll do that all right up here as soon as it's done loading in. So when you see all those features on here, you'll be able to change everything. You can rotate around with those arrows and recenter with the circuit. Just don't hit that black box with a scary word on it, so you're happy with everything.
Okay. So I can do it anytime?
Yep, go right ahead. With that one, the hairline looks really strange when you center it. You see that?
Oh, yeah.
If you look right up here, that's how it latches. It won't look like that. Okay. But for the rest of the hairstyles and everywhere else that I can tell, they look good.
More like this.
You can feel free to come and shine and check it out. Happy with that? As soon as you're happy with everything, hit that black box. And then lay your thumb on the blue box. And then lift it up. Perfect. I'll take that. And you can have that right back. Alright. Should be ready in about 30 minutes. So, little basic math says 11:10.
Okay.
You'll have to come back anytime after.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
your avatar won't be able to connect, and then what's the point?
Right.
We're going to test your DNA via handprint here. As long as it hits on, if it does not, we might have to do a few things. It never happens, so.
Gotcha.
Alright. Scan that. And Sensio. Alright, go ahead and put your hand on. Keep holding. Alright, you can rub your hand 100%. Alright, there he is. Now that the DNA is 100% matched, there's your avatar. Go ahead and stare right there. It's going to unlock it via retinal scanning. Don't blink. So there's your avatar. If you want to take them out, just pinch on the sides. Put it up. Your card can go in there because I don't need it anymore. It's okay to keep because that's only your information. Same thing. Remember, this has to eat just like you, so in the middle of the night, if it's not in there in the morning when you wake up, check the fridge. It's probably eating your waffles. Okay? Alright. And you said you want to send to the front, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
That's okay.
So follow me to the registers over here, and then I'll get that going.
Okay. Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed the experience that I had. It was very interesting. I didn't even know it existed there. We were just kind of walking through one of the stores in the Avatar area of Disney, and we saw this setup, and we just thought it would be really cool. So again, I hope you enjoyed it. It was a sort of a different experience than I'd had before. Actually, it was sort of similar to one experience I actually had before, where I had something made, a 3D image of myself made. So what we're going to do is take a look at what I actually got. So first thing first. So what was the reveal? You could sort of see in the video what this looked like. So this is supposed to be me, okay? So what I want you to do is take a look at it and see if you can sort of tell if this looks a lot like me or not, okay? Because that's kind of the point. The point is not just to get a plastic doll, because you can get those at Walmart, okay? But the idea is that you look at this and you can say, that's me as an avatar. Okay, so the thing that's sort of interesting about it is, obviously the hair is not the same. Okay, you could pick 3 different hairstyles, which as it shows in the video, a ponytail or this other sort of mixed thing, or dreadlocks, and I picked the dreadlocks one. Okay, the other thing you can pick, eye color. Okay, and one of the things that we picked specifically, I picked brown because I have brown eyes, so I picked that. The other thing that you could sort of pick is the striping. It's almost like you're a tiger or something. What are your tiger stripes going to look like? So I picked one that was sort of heavy striping because I've got a lot of wrinkles. So I wanted to try to match that up a little bit. So what I decided to do was I went with that. Everything else the computer did. And all it is the head, okay? So you need to understand that because you pick a body and there was one male body, okay? Unless you want it to be a woman, which I didn't. I wanted to keep everything the same as, the setup. But the body is the only thing that gets changed is the actual head. So they pop the head off and that makes the head into whatever they want and they pop that back on, okay? So I don't have a 6-pack, in case you were wondering, or a loincloth. So anyway, so this is what they ended up coming up with, okay? It's sort of interesting. It's about, I don't know, 12 inches tall, something like that. I'll go ahead and open the top of the box. You can sort of see. This is the card that they gave me, okay? They gave me this little card once they did the actual, they took all the pictures and did all the video of my face so that they could, put it on this avatar, just so when I came back, I could give them this, okay? So once they did all that, I could see some of the things it was doing. It did some heavy eyebrow work like it does on my face. The nose is a little bit different, but it's very subtle, okay? Because it's when you're looking at this, I'm looking at it, it doesn't look like me. Obviously no beard, an avatar is not gonna have a beard and I got that. But it doesn't seem to really look that different than any of the others. So that part of it was sort of disappointing and I didn't really understand that. It's not like I saw a bunch of other ones, like if they had showed a picture and an avatar next to it, you could sort of tell that really doesn't look like that person, and maybe that's not a great purchase, okay? Because ultimately, what this ended up costing me was, this was $80 and this was like $14. I got a little set like of archery stuff and so on and so forth, okay? So you can sort of see this was a separate piece. You didn't have to buy this, but this was like $14.99, I think it was. And then there was this piece, okay? And like I said, I can sort of pull it out of here. Let me see if I can get him out of here. He's all tied in. Not sure if he'll actually come out. Not really designed to come out. You can take him out. They were encouraging me, you know, just like, look, a lot of people don't. They just leave it display. So I'll sort of leave it in there since it's really hard to pull out. He's strapped in and such. It's kind of cool. I kind of like it. There's no probably. I wouldn't do it again because it doesn't look enough like what you're doing. Now, it depends on what you think of $80 as a huge amount of money or not. It's more money than I would have spent had I known what I got. So again, just sort of take a look and see what it is. It looks like it bends in a couple different places. It's not, really posable or anything like that to any great extent. It's just sort of designed to sit in this little case. The case is nice. It's a little clear plastic. It's got a little plastic thing here. The little top flips open. You can put, like I said, I'll flip the card back in there, and then I'll just sort of leave it on display. So I'll have it on display behind me. But that was sort of the experience. I kind of enjoyed, getting to pick a few things and stuff like that. If I was giving advice to Disney, which Disney doesn't care about my advice, but if they did, try to make the face more like what it would be. Okay, make it change it that much. Allow for it to have facial hair. Allow for it to have maybe a little bit more depth to the face. Again, I sort of know that it's a toy, but you want to sort of know that resembles me. And it just, to me, in my mind, it doesn't. Maybe I'm wrong. If you think it resembles me in some way, let me know. I just don't know that it does that much. So if I was giving my advice, I probably would tell people don't bother. It's just not as good as it could have been. Now, if they work on their equipment and stuff like that and try to whatever they can come up with to make it better, then yeah, I would probably try doing it again. But for as it stands right now, it's not that great of an experience. And I should have taken note, there weren't a lot of people in line. I was able to get right into the thing. And everywhere else in Disney, there were lines. So anyway, so that's what it was. Thank you very much for coming to my channel and visiting. We really did enjoy the Animal Kingdom and the Avatar area. It was very, very cool. But again, I would probably pass on this particular thing in the future. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, and goodbye from the Bearded Barbarian.